How is it going, Diablo fans? So because my old Blizzard has been requested a lot and the old video really got a lot of views, I decided to make a new build guide for Blizzard for Season 4 and it's already done. But before doing that, I was thinking, let me just check on all the myths about Blizzard and Ice Spike. So what damage does count for Ice Spike? Do Ice Spikes count as frost skills? Does increasing Blizzard size decrease Ice Spike's density? What about mastery skill damage? All these things. So I basically tested everything which is literally relevant for Blizzard, and I don't want to let you wait, so I'm going to give you the results first, and everything what follows is basically just the calculations I made and all the proof videos. So if you really want to see those, feel free to do so, but I'm going to give you the results now first. So if you want to play a Blizzard build, or maybe you're already playing one, you could just confidently say, this does work, this does not work, I should do this, I should not do this, and so on and so on. So let's get going. So first of all, Icefall. Icefall gives a nice extra damage bonus to frost skills, but nowhere it is stated if ice spikes count as frost skills or not. It doesn't even say if they even counted as skills or anything. Well, good, we tested it, so I can definitely confirm ice spikes count as frost skills and they get the extra damage from the Icefall node, so that's working. Next thing we're gonna do is the Permafrost skill. So you guessed it, it also says frost skills deal increased damage. So we tested it, it works just like Icefall. So what about mastery skill damage? Blizzard is a mastery skill, so ice spikes are spawned by Blizzard. So you might be thinking that mastery skill damage would work for ice spike. The answer is no, doesn't work. So what about elemental dominance? Well, Blizzard does now count as a core skill, but it's pretty much the same. Then for the mastery skill damage, it doesn't work for our ice spikes. So we have a new tempering affix from the Frost Finesse tempering manual, which is called Blizzard damage. You guessed it, it doesn't work for ice spikes. So next one here is important. We have a new recipe which is also allowing us to temper ice spike damage, and thank God it's working for ice spikes. And the very last thing we want to test, we also have the Blizzard size tempering now, and we have tested if it actually decreases the density of the ice spike. The answer is yes. Do never use this. This will make your Blizzard build stop working whatsoever. And that's the short summary. If you are interested in playing my new Blizzard build, it's linked in the description down below. And after this is now following all the proof, all the recording. So if you don't want to see the proof, if you just trust me in what I just said, then you can stop the video right now. So thank you so much for watching and enjoy. Okay, so first of all, we want to establish our Ice Spikes baseline. So by doing that, I have some gear on. This literally just gives me nothing but maximum resource. This does nothing but some resource cost reduction, and it actually has my Ice Spikes on it. And this is just for the frozen tundra, so more Ice Spikes will hit. But again, there's no damage modifiers on this whatsoever. So I have no damage modifiers on gear. And if you look at my Paragon, I have basically just non-fizz damage, right? I have non-fizz here, non-fizz here, non-fizz here, non-fizz here, non-fizz here, and some non-fizz here, and then I will do Icefall yes or no. So I have no damage modifiers whatsoever, not on gear, not in my skill tree. This is all just garbage. I didn't choose anything here but mana. I just use Ice Armor for mana regeneration and Frost Nova for vulnerable. Then Lightning Spear again for vulnerable, nothing else we have here regarding damage. And then we just choose 1 point into Blizzard here to obviously do Blizzard. This is just giving me more barrier duration. I don't even know where I spec this. And these are not even doing anything. So I have nothing which is modifying my damage other than I will put Icefall on and off. So what we'll do now is we will basically hit this training dummy, and then we will make it vulnerable, and then we're gonna count 100 white hits while it's vulnerable, and then we're gonna get the average hit, and then we're gonna repeat it after with Icefall activated. Okay, now we're gonna go through the replay frame by frame and record 100 white hits to record our baseline. And remember, I will only start counting the white hits once the training dummy is vulnerable. And you will see like the 1500 hits in between, those are from the lightning spear. So we're only counting those 8 to like 10k ones, which are actually from the ice spike. So let's go. There, it's vulnerable, and now we can count. All right, so this is 100 hits. As you can clearly see, our average is somewhere around 9k damage per ice spike. So now we're going to try it with Icefall and then with Permafrost, and we would expect it to be 15% higher if ice spikes would count as frost skills. And if ice spikes would not count as frost skills, we would, well, expect it to be about the same. All right, here we are back in our game again, and all we're going to do now is we're going to put Icefall on. I changed nothing else. So will this increase our ice spikes damage by 15%? Yes or no? We will see. Right, so I just put this on, and then I'm going to repeat the whole story, just I liked it before, but I will stagger this, this dummy real quick so I don't run into stagger when recording. So let's stagger this real quick. And after stagger, I begin recording. Alrighty. Alright, so I guess it's pretty fair to say you already saw a lot of white hits above the 10k mark, and we didn't see a single one above 10k before, but we're still gonna do the recording and see if it's actually 15% regardless here. Alright, now we're gonna go through it with Icefall again. I have the recording here, and let's go through it and count 100 white hits again. I will eventually stop at 50 though, because this might already be pretty obvious at 50. I mean, it is already obvious with this one single hit, I guess, but you know, we're still gonna continue. Okay, I guess we can stop at this point. We have 50 hits now. That's going to be just fine. Okay, I guess there's a typo in here somewhere. I don't know what this was, but I'm just going to remove this 2 here. So now let's just gonna change this, and we don't divide by 100, we divide by 50, right? So we get this is now 10.1k, and before we had 9.2. So that's pretty much, it's more, it's let's say about 10%, but it's a little bit more than 10%, I guess. We would expect 15, but this is not a very huge sample set. So I guess at this point anyway, we have proven that the ice spikes actually count as frost skills, at least for the Icefall glyph, and now we're gonna do the same story with Permafrost. Okay, same thing again with Permafrost. I doubt we're going to see any different results, but we're going to try it no matter what. So remove Icefall, and then we go to the skill tree, and we put 3 into Permafrost, right? So we would expect 15% more damage as well, since the boss training dummy clearly counts as elite here. So let's do the whole story again, and do the recording. Okay, since I can already see the big numbers, I'm going to stop here. But regardless, just for completion, I'm still going to make a little verification here. All right, we go to the recording again. Now we will record with Permafrost. I'm just going to do 50 again because I already know the result, but let's do it anyway. All right, here's the result again. So we switch to 50 here again, and we got 10.14. So that is pretty much the same than before, right? So both are 15%. This is in the same range, and this is, more than 10% less. So I guess we have proven at this point Permafrost is working as well. Okay, now let's try some less obvious stuff. So let's remove our Permafrost again. So what about core skills? So Elemental Dominance gives 12% increased damage to core skills when cast above 50 mana. So as you see, Blizzard is now a core skill. So are ice spikes anyway counted to like tied to Blizzard? Like I know a lot of people are saying, no, it doesn't work. Mastery skill damage never worked for Blizzard, blah 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 blah. I have never seen anybody actually testing this. So since we have the baseline now anyway, let's just do a quick test if Elemental Dominance will actually work. So let's see, our Blizzard costs 33 mana. How much do we have? We have 128, so I can cast 2 Blizzards, correct? 66, yes. So I can cast 2 Blizzards, and let's just see the numbers. I'm not even gonna like do 50 hits. I just want to see the numbers, if it is affected at all, or if it's in the same range like the baseline. So let's just give it a recording here. So that actually looked pretty much like the baseline to me. Let's just verify it real quick, but I'm not going to count more than 20 hits. I'm pretty sure this looks like the baseline. All right, so we have a new spreadsheet for Elemental Dominance. So let's go through this. And let's see. Should have scrolled this video a little bit better, but anyway, it's going to start anytime soon. So again, I already said it looked pretty much like the baseline. So I'm just going to look at 20 hits. And if there's like, if it looks exactly like the baseline, then I'm going to call it the day. And then I'm going to say, nope, ice spikes are definitely not core skills or mastery skills. Weirdly enough, they are frost skills. So I don't know. It's kind of weird, like, because they are frost skills. So Blizzard's basically telling me, yeah, they are skills, but they are not core or other skills, but still they are skills. I wouldn't have imagined that ice spikes are actually skills, but they are. So there's other stuff which basically refers to skills, right? And people have been saying, oh, ice spikes are no skills, it doesn't work. But there's might be other stuff working which I can test. All right, let's see. All right, so this looks pretty much like our baseline. So instead of 50, we have 30 now, right? So this is 9021. It's pretty much our baseline. So we can say at this point, elemental dominance has no effect, so the tech core skill definitely doesn't work. Okay, so apparently my tune only had an Adept Glyph level 1, so I couldn't test this. But, you know, let's not make this test more complicated than it has to be, right? So I have a different tune here. And again, I cleared the Paragon completely except for the Adept Glyph here, and I'm going to take it out now. And I have the same gear, so literally I have nothing in my skill tree. All I have is like level 1 Blizzard, really nothing else. So I don't even need like vulnerable or anything. We will just hit this boss dummy, and we will just see if there's going to be any difference in ice shots, right? So we don't even need to slow-mo or anything. Let's just see the ice shots hit for like 3k here on this tune. So if I now add, as you can see, I have no damage modifiers, 20%, 25. So if I now add Adapt, I should be like at what, 7k ice spikes if it would be working. So let's put it in here. So I guess it's pretty clear, you know, Adept doesn't work on ice spikes, period. So one more thing I want to test is Blizzard damage. It's a new crafted affix, as you can see. This has a 90% damage on it and also a 140% damage over time, so I guess it doesn't matter for the ice spikes. But the 90% damage obviously matters for the ice spikes, so we would expect these to hit for around like 5 to 6k, I would say. But if the Blizzard damage would work, they would hit for like 9 to 10k at least. So I guess I can still use this weapon for testing if Blizzard damage will actually work for ice spikes, right? So let's see. So there's 4 or 5k, so I guess it's fair to say Blizzard damage doesn't work for ice spikes. So there's one more thing I wanted to test, which is actually ice spike damage that is supposed to be working on ice spikes, I guess. So this is the same stuff as last time. So it was hitting for like 5k. So with the 170% ice spike damage, it's supposed to hit for like 10 or something like that. Let's see if it works. Yep, ice spike damage definitely working. Great. Okay, one last thing I want to test is blizzard size and ice spike density. So I know a lot of people are saying that if you increase the blizzard size, you don't get more ice spikes, which would be a no-go because, you know, if you double the size of your blizzard, but you get the same amount of ice spikes, your ice spikes are not going to hit anything anymore. So if the density decreases by increasing the size of the blizzard, blizzard size would be a completely useless attribute. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be like this, but we're going to verify it anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 blizzards and we count the ice spikes. And after that, we're going to increase the size of the blizzard. And then we count the ice spikes again and see if that's actually true. So let's go. All right, so here we are again. Let's count the ice spikes. Okay, so that looks pretty accurate. We have around, let's just make it 20 ice spikes per blizzard, right? So let's try again with the larger blizzard now. Okay, here we are again. Now I have a stuff, same character, but this one has plus 49% blizzard size. So let's use the larger blizzard and see if it actually does more ice spikes or not. So as you can already see, it clearly looks like it actually does. So I think it's a miss, actually. But anyway, we're gonna count those. Maybe I'm also not good at quick counting these. That should be enough. Alright, here we are again. Now let's count the ice spikes for the bigger blizzard here. Okay, for some reason this video starts stopping to skip frames at this point, but I assume this is going to be, this is going to be the same amount. So I guess it's fair to say that increasing the size of a blizzard does not increase the amount of ice spikes. So basically what it comes down to is you never want to increase the size of your blizzard, period.